the price you pay for becoming more, aside the sacrifices, aside the dark nights, aside the parts where you cry and you want to kill yourself and all this, the biggest price you're gonna pay for becoming more is envy. It's not something you expect, right? You don't expect, oh yeah, envy. The people around you will start getting triggered by you getting better. I've seen it so many times along my life. People get envious and they can't fight it. I'm gonna try and give you a bit of understanding of what actually happens, why people react to you. Even if you don't have, like, I don't know, your wallet full or some bullshit, people will still react to you. And I'm gonna try and explain why does that happen. People always get envious of more. They see more, they get triggered by either financial more, either physical more. Even if you look better, they get triggered of more because it reminds themselves of what they don't have and maybe what they want to have, right? People get triggered at your present. They get triggered that you are more. They hate that you are more, because when you show up, and even if it's only your present, that's why you hear this word, your presence is like a mirror, because when you show up being more, you remind themselves of what they could have been if they haven't kept shutting down that voice that tells them to do more. This is why it happens, because most people actually, what they do, right, they have these thoughts, oh, I want to read more, or I should lose some weight, I'm getting fat. But what they do is try and fucking quiet down that voice and push it away, right, and hide it deep in themselves, right? And then a person comes in that has listened to these voices and has acted upon these voices of, okay, I want to look healthy, I want to work out, and then that person reminds them what they could have been. It reminds them of the part that they've tried to bury, right? Their mind would always have, oh, I could lose weight, I should lose weight, right? I could do more, I can't stand this, I don't like how I look. But then they keep like pushing it away. Oh, it's fine, I look fine, it's no problem. And then one person, extremely fit, right, with a six-pack and shredded and all these things comes, he will get triggered for that. He will get triggered from that. It's just like human nature, because it reminds him what he could have been if he had listened to these voices. That's why people get triggered, because you remind them of the parts of themselves that they've tried to bury. Even if you don't do anything, right, people sense it, as I said. And this is the biggest fucking price you're gonna pay, because everyone around you, especially if you're starting, like I start from a small city, people here are very small minded, and they are like a very plateau level, and they don't try and evolve, and they don't really take the shit serious, right? They just live day by day. When one's gonna rise, right, one of them is rising and wants to do more and evolve and improve, what they're gonna do is try and put you back so they feel comfortable, so you don't expose the dark parts of themselves that they have been neglecting for long. They will try and pull you back to their level so they feel comfortable. Second, they will get triggered because you're trying to do more than them, and they know they could do it as well, but they just choose not to. And when you're rising, you're shining light upon the wrong decision that they've made across their lives, upon the fact that I could have maybe gotten fit, upon the fact that I could have maybe made way more money than they are currently, but you decided to act upon these voices. To be honest, it sucks, because I hate this. Honestly, I hate this. I'm a very good person, and you probably as well. Don't want to spark envy. You don't want envy on your head. You don't want people plotting on your downfall and trying to make you fall. Like, I've had so many people along my life, even if I did nothing wrong to them, they're still plotting, they're still trying to, I don't know how to say, just trying to make you fail. Really, they prey upon your downfall, right? That's exactly what I say, because when someone sees you rising, they want to drag you back so they feel good about themselves. This is just reality, and trust me, it's been 4 years and I've seen this over and over and over again, and it doesn't fucking stop. It will never stop, and it's a big percentage. Trust me, out of 10 people that are gonna be around you, 7 of them at least are gonna get triggered and are gonna be envious. 3 of the people are rare. Think about it. Out of like 20 friends that I have 1 that is genuinely real, that doesn't prey upon my downfall, that is not secretly envious. Even if I don't have anything to show, that's like another frustrating part. Like, why are you envious upon me? I don't have the cars right now, I don't have. If now you're envious, what is gonna happen when I'm gonna have all these good things? What is gonna happen when I'm gonna have my dream car and this wallet full and make fucking 10k per month from trading? What's gonna happen then if now you're this envious? You don't wanna have people plotting on your downfall. And this was a very big fear of mine. I didn't want, like, I got fear. What if I'm just me and people start plotting and people start doing all this type of bullshit to make me fall, start like getting involved where they shouldn't have. So what do you think, right? Okay, I'm a good person. I don't want envy. I'm scared of that. I don't want people being envy of me. Pretend I'm at their level even when I'm not. And that's what I did for like 2 years. I've tried pretending or like shrinking, right? Like genuinely shrinking and pretending that I'm like them, right? So they don't get envious. And that's so fucking bad, because what are you doing? Right, you're dimming, you're making yourself small to make others feel comfortable. And it makes sense because you don't want negative energy around you, you don't want negative people, you don't want any of that shit. But the problem with this is that first, you're betraying yourself, right? You're betraying yourself. Second is you're never gonna get the things you want if you keep dimming yourself to the old version of you and match the other people's frequency, so you, or the other people's level, so you don't make them comfortable. By you doing that, right, and going down from here to their level, you're not radiating out that energy anymore. You're not being the person that gets the things you want. So in a sense, like imagine going from a profitable trader and acting, feeling, doing everything as a profitable trader to dwell yourself, make yourself small, make yourself unprofitable, just so you don't make the other people uncomfortable or triggered. What that's gonna happen is, of course, keep the blessings that you've been praying for all these years, because the only time where these things come is when you embody the identity, when you embody fully thoughts, actions, and feeling, when you fully act, right? But what you're doing when you're dimming yourself, you're shrinking everything so you match their frequency. Would you really sacrifice all the blessings you've had and all the life that you prayed for to make people comfortable, to not make them feel bad, to not make them triggered, to not have envy on your back? Would you sacrifice the life that you've been working for all these years for people to just not be envious on you? That's the question. Because you cannot escape it. When life starts really moving, when you start being, right, when you know you've become all these years, even if reality hasn't catch up, when you start being disciplined, right, when you start being that version of yourself that is not like this, that is this, because that's where all the blessings, that's the person you need to be attracting all the blessings that you've been wishing for. You need to have your chest forward, you need to be disciplined, working out, clean room, all these things. You need to be confident, you need to be charismatic, you need to be leading the room, you need to be talking about the things that you want to talk. But if you consistently dim yourself, you're shrinking your identity and you're never gonna get the things you want. That's what I did for a long fucking time, because I'm a genuine soul, like, and I understand you. This is why I'm making this video, to shine a bit of light on what's actually happening and help you to not dim yourself, because I know for sure there are more people like me that they're just a good person, right? They don't want negative energy on their shoulders. But like, you have to realize that the life you want to live and the life that you've been trying to manifest for all these years is not gonna come without people being envious of you. It's not gonna come even if you have nothing. People don't get only envious upon financial things, they get envious upon more, anything that is more than them, anything. That's the unfair part. It's really unfair, because I've had people, right, friends, or who I thought were friends, I was really close with them, right? We've been there for like 5-6 years, we've lived together, we grown up together, we went through a lot of things. And recently, I don't know, one of them started getting really envious, and I genuinely didn't do anything to him, I swear to God. And he told me that I'm not his friend anymore, I'm an acquaintance, or whatever it's called in English. Really, after all we've been through, you're calling me an acquaintance. Stop seeing me as a friend. Why? Because I make him feel uncomfortable for who I've become. These are not called friends, these are snakes. People that are your real friends will be happy and push you to become more, even if it means more than them. One true friend out of 20. Think about how small that percentage of real people are. So be careful what you surround yourself with. Don't give them energy, just cut them fucking loose. Because why would you spend time with people that are envious upon you and trying to keep consistently drag you down and make you the same level as them, so they can feel comfortable that they've made the right decision about their life? When I was at their level, right, when I was unevolved before I got into this massive self-improvement journey that has massively transformed me, We were fine, we were getting along like brothers, but now that I've started growing and growing and growing, they don't like it. They don't like it because it reminds them who they could have been, bro. So envy is gonna be there no matter what you're trying to do. That's what I thought there might be a way to, I don't know, not attract envy, but it's genuinely impossible. And you have another thing I wanna talk about is that you have gifts. I'm convinced you have some gifts that have been put there by God. And these gifts are never just put into you by God so you can just use them for yourself and benefit of them you only. These gifts are given to you with a purpose to help other people. And one thing that you have to understand, you have to shine bright so the people that need your gifts can see you. You have to shine bright. One metaphor, one way I like to think about this is, imagine, right, when you're lighting a bulb, when you're turning on the light, right? The things that come to that light, the insects, think about the insects, the things that come to that light is butterflies, right? Butterflies see light, they're attracted, but it's also moth, those bad insects. So you cannot attract the good people without attracting the bad one. No matter what you do, you can't attract them. So are you gonna give up upon the people that need you because you don't want to attract envy? That's the question, because there's no other ways. When you light, imagine that bulb, right? And imagine like insects all around you, good and bad. For them to see you and come to you so you're able to use your gifts, you have to turn the light on. First of all, turn the light on, be who you are. And then when the light is getting turned, not only the butterflies or the good insects are gonna look to that light. Everyone's gonna turn good and bad, and the bigger percentage that is gonna come to that light is bad. You cannot escape envy. Social media actually has been going pretty good. Like, I have a lot of supportive people, and I really truly appreciate you guys for being here and genuinely being kind. I don't know how to say this, but at least not hating. I've had haters a long time, and I'm still gonna have. That's the thing, especially when I become bigger. Haters are gonna be there. Or if you think one of your purposes is to be big and to live a life of impact, or be a celebrity but not in the true word, right? Do social media or do whatever, the most important thing, one of the biggest lessons that takes the most amount of time to learn across the self-improvement journey is learning how to deal with envy. You being like this rock solid armor, and all the envy and all the arrows that are getting shot at you not impacting you and not denting you in any single way. Because it's a skill when you have, like, let's say you open your Instagram or you open your YouTube video and you have like 10k comments, and 5k of them are just hate, and you're telling you give up, you're shit, you're this. It's not easy at all to see that and not let it affect to you. I had a moment where I was doing really good. I was really close to actually passing a funded account, and I was really confident in myself. I was affirming and telling this friend of mine that I'm gonna be so big, I'm gonna be big on social media, I'm gonna be one of the biggest traders. And in that moment, again, remember what we talked about, envy and people trying to drag you back to their level so they feel comfortable. He told me, oh, you're a loser, you're not doing anything, he just started really downplaying me and dragging me back. And after that, even though it was just an online friend, I genuinely collapsed because I was weak. This was early on my journey. I didn't know how to deal with envy. This is how important it is, because one people made me collapse for like being one trade away and being extremely consistent, extremely good in trading. And then that guy just telling me all that bullshit that I didn't want to hear, that enviness, that negativity, it just collapsed me and I lost the whole account. And that's one guy. Now think about the potential damage that 5k people can do, 5k haters can do. That's why this is extremely important. You have to also build this armor and learn how to not take it to heart. Really not take it too hard, because inevitably they're gonna be there. There's no way you're ever gonna become a person of impact without having haters. It's just gonna happen, and you have to really learn how to deal with it. You see it already in real life. You have haters in real life. Now think about social media. Think about when you have like 1 million subs, bro. Like, that shit is gonna be big, and this is a skill that you must develop. It's probably one of the most important skills if you actually want to live a life of fame or of impact or whatever you want to call it, because otherwise you're just gonna keep collapsing and you can't do that. This sucks, really. it does fucking suck that you're just really trying to be a good person. You're trying to like share love, share your light, do good, like you're now no negative at all when you're trying to help people, but they're reacting so bad to you. Like they're reacting so bad to you, and you're generally not doing anything legitimately bad, and they're envious. Think about how people got jealous of Jesus for being this chosen one and helping them, and how they started getting jealous. And what they did, they fucking killed him, bro. You can be Jesus legitimately and people will still get envious. What I want you to think about from this video is there's no way you're gonna ever avoid envy. People around you get envious or mad at you being more than them, and do not dim your light, bro. Do not dim your light. Do not go down to their level so they are comfortable. I've did this for too long and I can't stand it anymore. Do not do that, because you lose so much by doing this. Your dream life is never gonna come until you stop dimming your light and stop giving a fuck about people getting envious or what are people gonna think about what that. Be yourself, even if reality hasn't caught up yet. Be yourself. Be who you think or who you feel you are deep in your heart. Even if reality doesn't confirm right now that I have whatever, my dream car and a wallet full of money, I'm still gonna act that way because I know that's why I'm here in my soul. Act, feel, be, even if reality didn't catch up. And don't feel sorry about it. Don't be arrogant, but be you. It's different. If by you being you, you are better than most people, you should not feel sorry for being better. You know how like damaging this is? Like all my life, I swear to God, when I would genuinely give myself credit for what I think I do good and what I'm talented at, and for the work I've done and for the skills that I've developed, and maybe for the gifts that God has, every time I would give myself credit or in a sense praise the things I have, I would always be like, oh, am I being arrogant? Imagine how toxic and how fucking deformed your brain is to acknowledge yourself for who you are, and you thinking that you're being arrogant for doing that. Every time I would go, oh, I'm a good trader, I know I have such a good brain upon understanding so many things. I would say I have charisma. I'm not sure about that yet, but I still think I have something that attracts people. Maybe it's my way of thinking, maybe it's my way of being, whatever it is. I have so many things, and each time I would try and give myself and acknowledge that, yeah, you're actually a good trader, or yeah, you're actually quite handsome. And when I would do that, I would like, bro, am I being arrogant? You realize how toxic that shit is. Like, how can you think of yourself that you're being arrogant for just being you? I feel like this is how we got educated so much, and even I noticed that ChatGPT is always telling this, like, make sure you don't think you're better than other people, or make sure you don't think you're better. But what if I am though? Like, what if I am better than most people? Like, what if I am more than most people? Should I just shrink myself so I'm not arrogant? And that is not even arrogance, that's truth. Because I'm not going and flinging it in people's faces, oh look, I'm no better psychology than you, or I'm a better technical trader than you. I feel like we get educated so much upon playing small and neglecting your gifts and shrinking yourself. We get educated, maybe even your parents tell you this. ChatGPT, if you're talking to it, is gonna tell you this. Like, you realize how I've realized this recently. I've had this like unconscious habit of always thinking, when I would acknowledge and look at myself, oh look, you're actually looking pretty good right now, I would think, oh shit, am I arrogant? Like, that's so fucking bad. It's so toxic to think about yourself being arrogant when you're just looking at you and seeing truth. This is the truth. How is that being arrogance? If in the truth you're better than 80% of the people around you, how is that genuinely arrogance? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make fucking sense. So stop thinking that if you're better than 80% of people at something, you're arrogant. That's not arrogance, that's truth. But when you go and, oh, I'm better than you, I know this, that's arrogance. When you're kind of trying to prove something, or you should behave like who you truly are, not even in what's happening around you, what you know you are in your soul. If in your soul you know that you're the most influential person and you're a motivational talker, the new David Goggins, act like it, bro. Act like it, and stop giving a fuck about how uncomfortable people are, what people think about you, because it's not them that live your life. It's not them that they are in your shoes. It's not them that are gonna chase your dreams. It's you who's gonna do that shit. So chest out, chin up, talk slow, be who you truly are, express who you truly are without giving a fuck about what other people think, and you're gonna see things are gonna start changing once you do that. Once you stop dimming who you've truly been and who you are here and here. So stop dimming yourself, because no matter what you do, you're not gonna be able to escape envy. So I'm gonna see you in the next videos.